Hello, Toastmasters. So today I am here to give a speech, prepared speech in my pathway level 1. So today I will be speaking about a very interesting subject that we are very familiar with, that is leadership. On this day, this is a special day for us because we are all celebrating the 74th Independence Day. The independence to India was the major thing which happened in our country, that was led by the leadership of many people who have shed their blood, shed their time, and shed their everything to get this freedom to us. So today I will be speaking on what is this leadership and how this leadership brought a very important emphasis on all these leaders. So today I will be explaining the different level of leadership that has been in different leaders. So what I have done is I have done a detailed research about this different leaders, and I have compiled it into the 7 different leadership philosophies, and I will be briefing you what it is. So let us go in first. So I want to explain what is leadership. What is leadership? Leadership is nothing but an action of leading a group of people or an organization. Very simple. So leader is the one who is in the front side, and he leads the people who are behind him, and he will be the leader for all the people who put the trust in them. There are very different leaders who we have witnessed in our real life, and now also we are witnessing, and we are all very proud to work under very elegant leaders in our organization too. Now, coming to the different steps or the different leadership philosophies that these leaders have in common. Number one, a leader will expect more from himself. Whenever the requirement comes, the people in general extrovert more from others, but a true leader will introvert more from him. That is the true quality of a leader. It is I whom should surpass the expectation. It is not we, being a leader, not surpassing the expectations of others. So it is number one, we need the leader will have an expectation more from himself. Number two, aligning to a highest work ethic. A leader will have a highest work ethic. It is not an HR policy which I am talking about. It is something which is driven from inside, like excellence, passion, empathy, happiness, and everything else. So number one, expectation from more from myself. Number two, aligned to highest work ethic. Number three, he will have a relentless, intelligent effort. That is, even if we have to be effortless, their requirement to be effortless needs a strong, higher effort. Socrates read a book on his last day of his death. You know Socrates, he was a very intelligent man. The security guard at his gate in the jail asked him, "Tomorrow you are going to die. Why do you want to read this book?" He told, "Because I want to die intelligent." So that is why I'm telling relentless intelligent effort is one of the leadership philosophy. Number four, treat every success as a motivation and don't allow to feed your ego. This is the fourth principle. Whenever we are treating our, whenever we are getting success, we sometimes put it into the ego, which closes the learning window for us. But we should not do that. We should feed it into as a motivation, and we need to bring the sheer bird to come forward. Number five, a leader should have setbacks. That is mandatory. Yes, leaders should not only face success always, but also whenever he is facing setbacks, he should take it as a maturity gain and he should not see it as a failure. That is the fifth principle. Science is a very solid example where we can see that there is no failure in science, because in science only experiments occurs. Because in experiment it is only trial and errors, where at the end of each experiment the result will be either it should become one of the stepping stone for next what needs to be implemented. So number 5 is setbacks should be taken as a maturity gain, not as a failure. Sixth one, integrate your personal good to a larger good. What is it? We need to lift ourselves to the higher grade because we need to lift the others. That is what I want to say. So we need to put in all that excellence, passion, empathy, happiness, everything, and bring our personal goodness to the higher level where we can see a larger good in others. Last step, that is the seventh step. We need to be an instrument of higher force. Yes, as Krishna said to Arjuna, you cannot shake the wrist by yourself. It is only after my approval that you can shake this wrist. That is what Krishna told to Arjuna. That is, thy will be done will be the last thing, means which we need to be an instrument of the higher force, that is the spiritual God. So by this, I want to just conclude the 7 steps of the leadership philosophies. Number 1, we leader expects more from himself. Second one, align to the highest work ethic. 3, relentless intelligent effort. Number 4, treat every success as motivation and do not allow to feed our ego. Number 5, setbacks are maturity gain and do not see it as a failure. Number 6, integrate personal good with larger good. Last step, instrument of higher force. Yes, working in this organization, we are all brought up to this higher level of grade wherein we become the good leaders. Thanks to this organization, and thank you everyone for giving this opportunity for speaking up in my prepared speech level 1. Thank you all.
Sir?